Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind LA Crochet, and if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be going over 20 food themed crochet patterns that are perfect for market prep, and some of them are even no-sew free and beginner friendly. Food themed crochet patterns are perfect for markets because they're so unique and colorful, so they really help draw people into the booth. Also, if you just want to make some for yourself or as a gift for somebody else, they're perfect for that too. So hopefully as we're entering into the spring market season, this video will give you tons of inspiration for different plushies that you could create. As always, be sure to go support all of the incredible pattern creators. I have all of their pages linked in the description below so you can easily find all of these crochet patterns. Be sure to give them a follow, a subscribe, and of course purchase their crochet pattern if you love it. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video and subscribe if you would like to see more fun crochet related content like this in the future. Few announcements before we get started, you guys. My next pattern, the Suspicious Ostrich, is going to be available this Saturday. This pattern is definitely something, you guys. It also includes an instructional video to share how to create those iconic suspicious eyes and all of the detailing like the 2 feet, the feathery, the neck, and the head detailing. You guys, I love the shape of this pattern so much. It's so unhinged, so uncanny, and I mean, speaking of patterns that would draw people into your booth, for better or worse, I feel like these would draw people in just out of sheer curiosity. And in case you didn't know, I am on Patreon. They test all of my patterns for me. We do behind the scenes content, hangouts, lives, finalized patterns, bonus patterns, so many different things. So if you guys would like to join our fun community on Patreon, the link is in the description. They get this guy included in their membership. And last announcement, my next Palm Street Live is this Saturday, April 25th. Be sure to come hang out, bookmark the live so we can do some $1 starting bids and some giveaways. There will be some suspicious ostriches as well as some other friends as well, including the Cowboy Bronto gang. But alrighty, you guys, without further ado, let's get into our food themed plushie video. So the first pattern that I have for you guys is one that I know very, very well. I love this pattern so much. It is the Bananasaurus pattern by Emerald Rose Crochet. This pattern is completely no-sew and it works up to be quite large. It's also incredibly unique. Like, making a brontosaurus into a banana is absolutely genius. If you make the original size, it comes out to be almost a foot tall, and there's also a smaller size available as well. So if you wanted to make like a mini Bananasaurus, I have made a Bananasaurus for several of my markets and they always sell super well just because it is so incredibly unique. Also, the fact that it's no-sew makes it perfect for market prep. This next pattern, I had the honor of testing it. It was so much fun to make. This pattern is by Crochet Crochet. It is for the Dino S'mores pattern. This is a 2-in-1 pattern bundle, so it includes instructions on how to make the Bananasaurus and the S'mores, and just the names alone are absolutely incredible. I was able to test the S'mores and I still remember bringing it to my market. So side tangent, at that market there were people with like livestock right next to us and I was sneezing nonstop, you guys. I was literally sneezing like 10 times a minute. It was so bad. So my husband was like, why don't you go to the car for a little bit just to like rest your sinuses and I'll stay here. And it was in that half an hour that he sold more than I had sold that entire day, and he sold my S'mores as well. We could not make a food themed crochet pattern video without mentioning Crochet Crochet. That's basically her entire brand. She has so many fabulous food themed crochet patterns. Highly, highly recommend her crochet pattern. She is an incredible designer, and so much so that I'm going to have another pattern of hers included in this list as well. As I was coming up with patterns for this video, I was thinking about some of the patterns that I designed myself, and I realized that I also have made a lot of like food themed crochet patterns without even really realizing it. So the next one that I have for you guys is actually a pattern that I have written myself. It is the 10-in-1 food and flower mod pack for Larry the Land Turtle. This is one of the patterns that I am absolutely the most proud of. This pattern right here took me the most amount of work, hands down, out of any other pattern that I have ever designed. So in this pattern, it includes the instructions for the hamburger Larry, the pizza Larry, the strawberry and watermelon Larry, pineapple, blueberry, and kiwi, and then there's also instructions for Daisy, Rose, and finally the sunflower Larry. So 7 out of 10 of them are food themed patterns. I also have noted in the pattern it's kind of like a 12-in-1 bundle too, because if you take different parts of some of the patterns and change change the colors. You can also create a grape and a raspberry Larry as well. And one of my most proud parts about this pattern is that 7 out of the 10 of these patterns are completely no-sew, also making it perfect for market prep. The only ones that require sewing are the strawberry, the pineapple, and the pizza, and basically that's just sewing the stems onto each of the fruits and then the pepperoni slices onto the pizza. When I designed this pattern, of course, I made all of them and they look absolutely incredible together. So just imagining making all of them for a market and seeing all of them all together, there are studies that show that colors and like a bunch of bright colors really draw people into your booth. So I feel like having a Larry station would be incredible at a market. Though of course I am a little biased when I say that. Keeping up with the fruit theme, you guys, this pattern is absolutely incredible. I love when people make fruit cows. I don't know, there's just something about them. They look so cute, especially with the little like satchel things. So this next pattern that I have for you guys is by the Stitch Studio CA, and it is for their 12-in-1 fruit cow pattern. This pattern is a best-selling pattern on Etsy, which congratulations to them. That is absolutely incredible. And all of the different fruit modifications include the strawberry, blueberry, peach, and avocado, watermelon, kiwi, apple, grape, raspberry, orange, lime, lemon. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so many different variations. They are so cute, and you can see on the pattern here, so for each of the different ones, they have different fruit horns for them. And then like I mentioned before, the little fruit satchel on the side, so incredible. And like we were talking about before, having a bunch of these, I mean, seeing them all together at a booth would be amazing. Plus, if you have somebody in your life who just loves a certain type of fruit or they love cows, then this would be the perfect thing to make for them. Pattern number 5 is iconic, you guys. And yes, we do have another banana pattern because I just love patterns that incorporate bananas for some reason, as you can of course see by the Cowboy Bronto pattern. This next pattern, pattern number 5, is by Therapy on My Hook, and it is for the banana goose pattern. This designer is incredible. All of her plushies are so adorable, and she has really unique ideas for her patterns as well. So this is another bestseller on Etsy. It's also hilarious. Kind of gives me the same vibes as Bananasaurus. It's just very unique and would definitely catch somebody's eye. Also right now, I don't know if you guys have seen the viral like porch goose thing, but this kind of like fits into that theme a little bit. And you could also make a little banana hat to go on the top of the goose, which is so cute. Pattern number 6 is one that I love so much. It is truly iconic, and this pattern really kind of took the crochet world by storm, and that is for the Loaf cat pattern. It is by Annie Caraway Art, but she also designed like a fruit cat modification pattern as well. So this one includes the options for the red or pink strawberry. You can also make a blueberry, raspberry, lemon, lime, dragon fruit, watermelon, apple, or orange loaf cat. And I can personally attest to the fact that these loaf cats sell super well at markets. Number 1, the design of them is absolutely perfect. But number 2, a ton of people have cats. So of course, if they see a cat, they're going to be more drawn to that. I remember the first time I ever made this pattern and I brought it to a market, I believe I had, it was either 5 or 6 loaf cats, and I had them filled in my little crate, and I remember I completely sold out of them my very first time ever having them at a market. And the thought of also having them in different fruit themes is just so much fun. Pattern number 7 is by an iconic designer. This pattern is by Crochet Grove. It is for their crochet pig pattern. I have made multiple patterns by Crochet Grove, and the quality of them is always great. This pattern really caught my eye. It's almost like a 2-in-1 pattern because it includes instructions on how to make the pig sitting and standing. And then of course you also have the different modifications. So there's the French fry mod, the hamburger mod, and then of course also the chef pig mod, including the little chef hat and the apron. Another thing that I do like about this pattern is that it has the different options for like different colors that you could use for the pig. So of course in the center one there, you can see that it's a totally plain pig, but then you can also make the versions with the different spots on them. I personally love the pig all the way on the side, the white and like gray colored one. The proportions of her patterns are always spot on, and I just really love the detail detail that goes into especially that apron. I told you guys that another pattern of hers would be on this list, and we have arrived at it, you guys. I could not make this video, of course, without mentioning another pattern by Croutons Crochet, and that is the Taco Rex pattern. I feel like this pattern really kind of exploded. I think I've heard Naomi say that this is one of her most popular patterns that she's ever written. So it's truly iconic. It is a bestseller on Etsy, and I love all of the different taco details that goes into it. So you can see it includes like the little lettuce detailing, the tomato, I believe that's sour cream, and then also cheese. The play on words is perfect too. Taco Rex, that just like rolls right off the tongue. I also have to mention that she did make this pattern in a jumbo version as well. And just looking at this picture, you guys, I want one so bad. It looks so fluffy and incredible. I'm pretty sure that she made this with her friend Garden Hoe. So if you love the Taco Rex, you can also make a massive one that would fill up basically like your entire couch. Speaking of best-selling and iconic patterns, so like how Naomi's is the Taco Rex, I would say mine is probably the hot dog pup. This is the third pattern that I ever designed, and you guys, it is definitely my most best-selling pattern that I've ever written. I wrote this pattern over a year ago at this point. I think it was probably like 14 months ago, and still to this day, I will see people getting this pattern, and I'm just so thankful for that. I'm so thankful that everybody loves the hot dog pup so much. This pattern is a 2-in-1 pattern, so it includes instructions on how to make the regular size hot dog pup and then also the mini hot dog pup. And of course, it shows you how to do the detailing, the ketchup, the mustard, and the hot dog bun. I also have a video like embedded in the document as well to show you how to make the bun, because it is kind of a different technique that I came up with, so I wanted to make sure that there was a video that went along with it just to make sure everybody was successfully able to complete their hot dog pups. But hot dog dachshunds are such an iconic combo, I guess, so these always got a lot of attention at my markets, and especially if somebody has a dachshund, I mean, this is basically like the perfect gift for somebody. If you didn't think I loved bananas before, well, now you know that I do. This next pattern is also featuring a banana. I was coming up with this list last night, and I don't think I realized in the moment how many banana themed patterns I included, but I am not mad about it because they are all incredible. This pattern is by Knotted Angels. It is for Bono the monkey. You guys, the scream that I screamed when I saw this pattern. I love it so much. So the description that they included with it was that it is a chubby monkey in a banana costume, and also apparently the banana costume is removable. That makes this even better for market prep, because picture, you know, at your booth, you could have like a monkey dress up station where you have all of the monkeys sitting there without their outfits and then the banana costumes next to them. I found like when I was doing the fruit hat cows or the fruit hat duckies, whenever I did like a duck or cow building station, that always really helped sales, because people love when they get to have a hand in kind of creating what they are purchasing. Just that interactive element really helps. So it'd be super cool if you had these at a market and you called it like a monkey building station, and then people could come up and like dress their monkey in the costume. It would be so fun. I just love the shape of this and how the arms kind of stick out the front. It also looks perfect in this yarn that kind of looks a little bit on the fuzzier side. Pattern number 11 is by somebody that I mentioned earlier in this video. So this pattern is by Garden Hoe Crochet, and it is for the 7-in-1 fruit snail bundle pattern. If you don't know Garden Hoe Crochet, snails are pretty much like her thing. So if you have ever thought to yourself, wow, I wish that I could have a snail that incorporated this, she probably has a pattern for it, but I feel like this one is probably one of her most popular patterns. It is a bestseller on Etsy, and it includes the instructions for how to do the strawberry, orange, pear, and eggplant, which the eggplant eggplant one is really special. I haven't seen very many patterns that incorporate eggplants. Apple, lemon, lime, and blueberry. The other really cute thing that I love about her snails and just the way that she designs them in general is the face. The little derpy mouth with the blush just sends me every time. This pattern is just incredibly unique, and much like Croutons Crochet, if you wanted to make this pattern in a jumbo size, she does also have a jumbo version of this pattern available as well. These would be perfect for pillows. Basically anybody in your life who loves snails, this would be the perfect gift for them. Pattern number 12 is especially perfect for markets. So this is actually the only keychain pattern that I have available on this list. This pattern is by Vibes Crochet Co. and it is for their chicken nugget pattern. So this pattern is also free. It is available on their Instagram. Like all of the other patterns in this video, I will have that linked below. Be sure that you give her a follow if you do choose to use this pattern. People love chicken nuggets, and of course this is a pattern that is on the smaller side, so you could make it into a keychain like she has here. You could also just make it a standalone chicken nugget, and that is one thing about markets. It's great to have a wide variety of price ranges. So this, because it's on the smaller side, you would be able to have it at a lower price range. Also because it's a smaller size, you would be able to market prep them relatively quickly as well. And it's also always a good idea to have kind of like a different variety of items. So beyond plushies, also having things like keychains helps as well. This next pattern is from another iconic pattern designer. It is by All From Jade, and it is for her Couch Besties pattern. Specifically in this pattern though, the fruit capybara. So this is a 2-in-1 pattern. It includes the instructions for how to do the dino and the capybara. And there's 4 different fruit variations for the capybara. So there's the orange, watermelon, strawberry, and lemon. I have made this before, I think twice, and also somebody asked me to make it in a jumbo size. They always sell, and something fun that you could do with this pattern is put weighted pellets in the belly, and just the shape of it works really well with that concept. It just adds another fun element to the pattern. And I do also believe that Jade has a new book coming out where the whole book is basically that concept. It's a ton of different animals that you could put the weighted pellets on the inside, but this one definitely stood out to me in my memory as being a great seller when I made it. I believe I made the strawberry and the orange variations, and capybaras are just a fantastic animal to make because obviously capybaras are pretty iconic and people are pretty obsessed with them. Pattern number 14 is adorable. It is by Wonder Crochet. It is for the S'mores bundle. So this is a 4-in-1 bundle pattern. It includes the original S'mores pattern, but then you can also make the mini version. There's another one where there's like 4 different marshmallows on the inside. That one is the S'mores Buddy. And then finally, there's one called the Itty Bitty S'mores. That is one where the s'more is literally sitting on a swing. Guys, if you make anything on a swing, I feel like it always stands out. That's what I mean when I say like having variety, because these swings are very decorative. You could have them anywhere. And the other cool thing about this pattern is, as you can see in the photo, it looks really great with like the felt eyes and the felt mouth as well. So if you're someone who likes to have a mixture of like safety eyes or embroidered eyes or felt eyes, or if you only want to use felt eyes, then as you can see, this one looks really cute with just felt eyes. I had to include this next pattern because literally the entire body is a food item. So pattern number 15 is my very own cow burger pattern. Guys, I love this pattern so much. As you can see from the picture, it is basically a cow, we're gonna say in a veggie burger costume. In the pattern, I show you guys how to make the dairy cow, but I also include a mod for how to make the Highland cow variation as well. The different details included in the hamburger body are of course the veggie burger portion, the cheese, which is kind of like 3D outside of the body, as well as the lettuce, which same thing, it comes off of the body, and then the tomato, and of course the hamburger buns with the sesame seeds on top. For this one of the things that I'm really proud of is that the body works up all in one piece, so the only sewing required is for the head elements. So the legs and the actual hamburger all work up in one piece, and I did include an instructional video that goes along with the pattern just to make sure everybody is able to join all the legs together successfully. I have another pattern on this list by Stitch Studio CA because I feel like her bundles are incredible. So you guys, pattern number 16 is for this 16-in-1 fruit monkey pattern. You guys, I think this is probably the largest bundle that I have included in today's video. 16 different variations. That is dedication. So in this pattern, the different fruit variations include lemon, strawberry, watermelon, blueberry, orange, banana, I love the banana one, obviously, grape, avocado, raspberry, apple, peach, lime, kiwi, pear, pineapple, and dragon fruit. I don't think that you could come up with a more complete list of fruit variations than that. So as you can see in each one, each monkey is holding the different fruits. And there's also a different element that you add to the top of the monkey's head as well that goes with that fruit theme. I know that you probably have to sew the fruit to the monkey's hands, but if you could somehow make like a fruit monkey station where people could pick out like the different fruits that they wanted for it, I feel like that could be really cool too. I know I've said that every designer in this list is super special because they all are, but this next pattern designer is also super, super special. She has so many incredible ideas. I love her style. This pattern is by Becky's Plushies and it is for the baby strawberry shark. Of course, if you're familiar, I have my very own shark with a laser beam pattern. So of course I love sharks very much and just designing sharks was super fun. This pattern is a smaller size, so you would probably be able to market prep quite a few of them. And it of course showcases the little strawberry as the fin for the shark. It is so, so adorable. I was kind of thinking with a bunch of these different patterns, if you had a specific fruit that you loved, like for instance strawberries, you could have like a little strawberry area at your market. So you could do like the strawberry shark, strawberry monkey, strawberry Larry, strawberry cow. There would be so many like fun different things that you could do. So I knew I wanted to include dragons somewhere on this list because I feel like dragons are always a really great seller at markets, and thankfully Therapy on My Hook has written a fruit themed dragon pattern. This pattern is low-sew and the dragons are more of a mini size, which is great for market prep. You could make more of them and they could be at a lower price point. The different fruit modifications included in this pattern are the strawberry, lemon, and watermelon. It's just a really cute small pattern. The design of the actual dragon itself is adorable and I feel like people would really be drawn to it. Most of the time, unless somebody knows that you're actually going to be at a market and they know what exactly you're going to have, most of the sales that you're going to make at a market are kind of impulse buys. So something smaller like this, often people can kind of justify it more as an impulse buy. So this would be a really great one to have. Pattern number 19 is by Alpaca Patterns. It is for the fruit frogs and this pattern is actually more than it seems from the very beginning because there are bonus frog patterns included in it as well. It says that it's a 4-in-1, but really it's like a 6-in-1 frog pattern. It is also no-sew, again, making it perfect for markets. It includes the dragon fruit, watermelon, pineapple, and strawberry modifications. But then if you look further into the pattern, you will see that there is also the option to make the raspberry and the kiwi frog. Frogs are another really popular crochet item. So if you were looking for a frog pattern, no-sew, again, with a bit of a twist, then this one would be a great option. All right, you guys, and we have reached the very last pattern for this video. And this pattern is actually another pattern of mine. Like I said, I did not realize that I had so many fruit themed or just food themed patterns in general. But this next one is for my 5-in-1 fruit hat ducky pattern. And this pattern is actually free because I do have a video tutorial of it here on YouTube. It is my, I think, most viewed video ever. Last time I checked, which I believe was last night, it is sitting at 99,000 views. You guys, it almost has 100,000 views, which is insane to me. The hats are removable. So one of the things that I've done for myself that has always done so well is having a fruit hat ducky building station. So just having the duckies on the side and then the fruit hats on the other side, and people can come up and tie the hat around their ducky and pick the hat that they like the best. This pattern includes the instructions on how to make the strawberry, blueberry, orange, grape, and kiwi variations. And if you're someone who prefers like written PDF patterns, I do have the PDF available on my Etsy as well. But anyway, you guys, that wraps it up for our first ever food themed pattern roundup video. I cannot believe that I haven't filmed one of these videos before. As you can see, I love food themed plushies. And as we are heading into the spring and summer market season, I thought that now would be the perfect time to kind of drop another pattern inspo video. Remember, be sure to support all of these incredible designers. Give them a follow, give them a subscribe, purchase their pattern if you love it. And if you have any food themed patterns that you love that weren't mentioned in this video, be sure to drop them for us in the comments below so we can share patterns with each other. Remember, this guy is going to be joining us on Saturday. Suspicious Ostrich releases in just 2 days on the 25th. He'll be available on my Etsy. And be sure to join me on Saturday the 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my Palm Street Live. As always, if you guys were crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you were making in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!